Hey, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen, ponies and gentle cults? This is the one, the only Criticism Guy 2009, aka Nintendo Free 2011. Most of my subscribers and viewers know the rest. NintendoFan2012 Twitter.com, ZechronFree2012 at gmail.com, my Facebook, MainWolverine at DeviantArt.com, and of course, best last two sites ever. Shout out to Manga Guy at Golden Axe. Added the Golden Axe part just a couple days ago. That, and of course, definitely last but not least, my third but most underdog channel, Nintendo Anime Manga Guy 360. Definitely check that shit out. Highly recommend you subscribe to that too. I really need subscribers in there. Even if 10 subscribers, that would be great. Other than that, before I begin real quick, this video is brought to you by Kroger Drinking Water. Real quick ass shit, you know, a lot more better for the summer and spring than it is for fall and winter because that's when it starts getting a little cooler. So I'm only drinking it now just in case I start running out of breath or, you know, my voice gets worn out. You know, I always got water on the side, you know. Every good vlogger should have a fucking either water, Powerade, Rockstar, or fucking even Gatorade. You know, I don't like that shit that much, but still my work. Whatever keeps your throat and your mouth, you know, the rest of your voice pretty, you know, strong and very powerful, definitely recommend water the most. Because that other shit gets you dry real quick after like a couple seconds. So probably water's the best thing ever. Wearing my New York hat, and worn this in a while. I'm also wearing my, you know, old school PJs. You know, I just came back from work too about a half hour ago. Traffic is sort of a bitch, but you know, something I got to deal with a lot, so it's nothing new. So hopefully you saw my other video last night, the one I just posted when I was on my day off. You know, the best anime franchise of 2012, part 2. Had a little bit of a hard time putting that one together because I was basically kind of just saying shit off the top of my head when I talked about the last one. You know, when I was talking about the Pokemon Black and White 2 little commercial promo series. There was that. And Magi delivers the magic because there's still a lot more fucking research I would have to do on that if I wanted to do a separate video on that whole anime altogether. Since, like I said in that video before, I've never really seen the anime. I've never read the manga for that shit. So, we'll see what happens next year. So, I don't know if any of you guys have heard, I think about 2 days ago, like right after that whole tragedy thing that happened, like I said on my Nintendo Free 2011 channel, if you haven't subscribed there, definitely subscribe, you know. If you want to keep up with my other shit that I don't really talk about on here, definitely subscribe to that channel. I was talking about the whole Connecticut shooting thing that happened, you know, with the 20 kids that died and the 6 adults that unfortunately passed away a couple of days ago. Still very fresh in a lot of Americans' minds, still very fresh in my mind, because I remember the first thing I saw there, you know, I know he's a puppet Illuminati piece of shit, Mr. Barack Obama, of course, obviously, you know, but he's like putting on this fucking stage front thing, how he was feeling sorry for all the kids that died and the adults when he probably doesn't give two shits and a fuck about them because really, if you look at it, he's kind of a hypocrite when you really look at it because he's out there like, he's telling the government and all these other spy drone organizations, like for the Predator drones and the Reapers out there, they're killing billions upon trillions of fucking little Afghanistani, Pakistani, a lot of Arab kids and Iraqi kids out there. You know, he's killing a lot of those. He don't feel fucking remorse for them, but no. Then he has to feel like fucking passion and sympathy when it comes to kids in the U.S. And most of them predominantly, unfortunately, they were little white kids, but you know what? When it comes to kids, you know, they still have a lot of innocence in them. It's when they get to their teens and adult ages, that's when they start becoming a little bit more aware of the world, and that's when I start having a lot of sympathy for them. But when they're kids, you know, even if it's a little bratty kid, you know, I'll still have sympathy for them. But they're over 13 or maybe 15, 16, when they start knowing what's right from wrong, that's when I'm not going to have fucking shit for sympathy for them. But, you know, these were little innocent kids. I think the oldest one was like 12 years old, I think. As far as the 6 adults, the one that died, you know, that's not what I'm going to talk about in this video, it's something else. As far as the adults, the oldest was the one that was the son of that daughter lady, Adam Lanza, the one that was the MK Ultra and shit like that. A lot of government informants know about that shit. They probably knew it months, maybe a year before that shit was gonna happen. So just like with the Aurora, Colorado shooting, that Trayvon Martin shit. What else? The Oregon shooting that happened just this past week Sunday, not yesterday Sunday, but the one last week before. So you know. It's really just another way for Obama to ban guns. It looks like they're starting to get closer to it, because I was just watching I don't watch the mainstream news that much, but I watched it last night. Actually, no, earlier this morning before I went to work. One of the Republicans or the bigger government organization people, the ones that run California, she was actually not with it. She was actually with, she was actually considering banning guns in the U.S. and basically that bitch can go fuck herself and pull a gun to her head and fucking shoot her damn self. Fucking bitch. That's what she is. Fuck that motherfucker. I don't give a shit. Rich white people don't give a shit about any of us, especially when it comes to black and Latino. They really don't give a shit about us. But other than that, let's read it again. Hopefully you read the title up there. Los Angeles, downtown LA. Feeling pretty sorry for them. What happened to them Saturday? If any of you haven't heard, like I said, let's really get into the video. So this event took place down in downtown LA in Newport Beach, California, which wasn't that far from where I was at, like around LA when I was over there about a couple months ago, back in July. When I did that video, I only got like 20, 30 views on it, but it's all good. And I was doing it. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that video when it was me when I was in the hotels and shit like that, when I got my new $1 million hat and shit, my little LA hat. That's when I first started using it. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. So yeah, Newport Beach, there's this guy, 42-year-old, I don't remember his first name, but his last name was Gurrola or something like that, or Guerrero. It might have been a Latino dude that did this shit, or an Arab dude, I'm not sure, but he was 42 years old. He was a lot older than the other two that did the shootings. He ended up having a lot of guns at his houses and shit like that. And before I do keep going, there was like another bust that they did or whatever, the police officers out in Indiana somewhere. I don't know the city from it, but I got any subscribers out in Indiana, definitely let me know. Or, viewers. There was this older guy, he said he was about to like go shoot people up and kids up in fucking elementary school over there. Just one day before the other thing ended up happening with the Connecticut shooting. Unfortunately, no, but excuse me. Unfortunately, rest in peace to those 20 kids, and rest in peace to the 6 adults that ended up passing away, unfortunately. Very tragic moment for us in the U.S., If anyone's out there on the other side of the world, in Europe, Australia, any of that shit, if you don't know, that's what's been going on these past couple of days in the U.S. Just to let you know, just in case you care, And then other than that, let's really begin this shit. Well, this shit, it just pissed me the fuck off once again. I'm not sure if this guy was an MK Ultra or if he was a legit, just crazy psychopath dude without being an MK Ultra for the government, but as far as I'm concerned, this guy is a complete piece of shit. I haven't known about him yet. I'm probably going to do a lot more research on it just to make sure if he was an MK Ultra, if he worked for the government or not. This Mr. Gurrola dude, he ended up shooting everything in his way. He shot like 50,000 times up in the air or something like that. Was that a Macy's downtown in Los Angeles? Oh, no, out here in Vegas we got Macy's too. I know I was living back east, they didn't have no Macy's. I know New York City they had them a lot though. But where I was at, they didn't really have them, unfortunately. But it's not the case here. So yeah, there was that Whole Foods. It was basically a little like mini mall, or it was like one of those outdoor malls. I'm not sure what kind of mall it was, but yeah, he rang all these shots in the air. I think he had one of those big giant AK-47s, just blasting the shit out of everything up in the air. So he probably killed a couple of pigeons. I wouldn't have been surprised with that. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't think nobody got hurt because a lot of these other websites called Twitchy.com or even at MSNBC.com and 2 other websites, the Huffington Post, what else is out there? Even a lot of Facebook and Twitter, they were talking about this. There was even a video on YouTube I was actually watching yesterday by this guy. His name was Patrick Wiley. Yeah, that's what his name was, Patrick Wiley. He did a video on YouTube, and he ended up recording everything that was going on with the dude that was putting all these shots and everything like that. And they think they closed the mall for like either 4 hours or 8 hours. They had it on lockdown for a couple hours with the officers over there, and LAPD and stuff, because they wanted to make sure this killer was put down and everything. I think they gunned him down, so he's probably dead by now. Either that or he got arrested. I'm not sure. I think the only thing I heard on Huffington Post and MSNBC Online and shit, and even Twitchy.com and Huffington Post, I did hear one person got injured, but he was expected to make a full recovery. It was only minor injury, so in about 2-3 weeks in January, he'll probably be back to normal. Thank goodness, Nobody didn't get shot or killed on this one. Well, one person got shot. I'm not sure if it was a guy or a girl, but they said they're doing real good in the recovery center. So, thoughts and prayers go out to that family. Hopefully he makes a full recovery. Other than that, one more thing I do want to bring you guys' attention to is I'm not going to be surprised next year if they start banning guns. Because I know a couple of gun owners on the internet out here, like that real famous one, Peacock 45. He's got over trillions of subscribers. I'm not even going to tell you who he is. There's him, there's FPS Russia, there's this other guy named Smoking Joe Gun Trainer, and then there's another dude, Make Electric, Fabian for Liberty. I know he's got maybe a few of them. I don't know if George can title a secret and have any. There's two more other ones. There's a Marine Prepper. I think he might have one, a couple guns here and there. Who else is a gun owner? I'm trying to remember. Shit. East Tennessee Prepper. I know he's got a lot too. And I know they'd be really pissed the fuck off if they end up taking that Second Amendment out, because I guarantee you, if they ever, and I mean ever, the government and this Illuminati, Freemasonist bastards, they end up fucking taking guns away from every American that owned it legally, and they didn't commit no crimes with it. They used it in self-defense only, like I would have used it in self-defense if I was a gun over myself. Then basically all hell's gonna fucking break loose. Literally, there's gonna be riots on the fucking street if they end up banning guns. And even if there is no riots on the street, people are still gonna keep getting them one way or another. Mark my words. Even if they do end up banning guns, that's just gonna make the whole situation worse. And they think this is the last of all these shootings. I actually found out yesterday when I was on YouTube, this one guy, shout out to Jersey's RANT, he's a lot older than I am, he's like 43 or something. He's a pretty chill dude, you know, definitely subscribe to him. He was even saying there was something in 1989 that happened, which I don't remember shit because I was just being born that year. Because I think it was like the Columbine shooting. I remember that one. I was 10 when that happened. The only thing I remember is all these kids that were getting shot and stuff, and I was telling my mom, hey, what's going on? I was like, these kids are dying and stuff. You'll know when you're older. I remember she was telling me that. I was like, I was feeling pretty sad and remorseful for them, you know? Because at that time, I was having like a lot of bullying issues and shit like that. I was kicking a couple asses, and while I was getting mine kicked a couple times, you know. I wasn't always the strongest fighter ever. I'm a little bit more stronger now, because trust me, if anyone ever shows me disrespect or tries to hit me in the fucking face, they're going to get their neck snapped. I guarantee you that shit. I'm not saying that shit just to be on YouTube all big and bad and shit, try to be all badass and everything. I'm damn fucking serious when I say that. They're going to end up in the fucking hospital if they ever try to hurt me. If they try to kill me, I'm going to have to kill them, unfortunately, you know. It's either my life or his, you know. Survival of the fucking fittest, baby. Other than that, one more thing I do want to talk about before I do go. I keep saying before I go, but this is the real one this time. Yeah, shout out to Jersey's Ransom album. You know, bottom line is really this. If they end up making guns illegal and they end up banning them from the New World Order, globalists and shit like that, you know, they end up taking all our gun rights away after so much time and effort we spent to try to keep our guns, you know, the right to bear arms and shit. They take that shit away. Not only will it make the situation a lot worse, you can expect a lot more tragedies to happen like this next year, unfortunately. I was even looking on Figurene's channel. He was talking about how Obama, he's targeting preppers like me, you know, people that stack up 2-3 years of food, you know, got a little bit of gold and silver and shit like that, know about what's really going on behind the scenes. He's targeting them, aka us, like me, because I'm a survivalist too. So if I ever run out of 2-3 years of my fucking food, I'm going to have to hunt some deers and whatever is out there with animals, you know? I'm going to horse if I fucking have to, you know? But yeah, you know, that shit ends up happening. He's targeting people like that, like me. It's like he's starting to say they're putting him in concentration camps and shit. I don't care. They ain't putting me in no fucking concentration camp. We can forget that shit. Fuck that shit to hell. Other than that, that's really all I had to say. So peace the fuck out. Have a good day, have a good night, wherever you're at. Is what is, ain't what ain't. See you when I see you. Peace the hell out again. Yeah, have a good day, have a good night, like I just said, and like, comment, subscribe, add to this video to favorites on your channel, and I'm going to be doing a video response. I'm actually going to be doing 10 video responses, but not all into one. I'm just going to do one. Once every week or every day, we'll see. Anyways, I'll see you around, okay? Peace out later, and yeah, goodbye. Stay safe out there this Monday, alright? We really don't want no one else getting shot. Later.